Not gonna lie, this is the most attractive I've felt this whole trip.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching. Good morning and welcome to day 3 of our Route 66 journey and about to be state 2. Yesterday and the day before we were in Illinois. We started all the way at the start of Route 66, which is Chicago, and we're making our way down.
We stayed overnight in a Cracker Barrel in Illinois that's just outside of St. Louis. So this morning we are going to be heading into St. Louis, downtown to see the arch, and then we'll be continuing on Route 66 through Missouri. And that's the bridge.
Whoa! So a short drive away from Cracker Barrel, we're at our first stop before we get to the arch, which is the Old Chain of Rocks Bridge.
Yep.
Did I get that right?
Old Chain of Rocks Bridge.
Okay. So this bridge used to be a part of the original Route 66, but over time the cars got larger and the bridge seemed to get smaller and they weren't able to fit modern cars going across it. So they rerouted it, but this bridge used to be part of Route 66. We're gonna go check it out now. Another button. Get your kicks on Route 66, huh?
If you ever plan to board a bus, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66.
So this bridge is a mile long and it served as a roadway on Route 66 for 30 years. And literally as far down as we can see, it's still all bridge. So let's walk this thing now. Over the course of our Route 66 trip planning, we have been using a couple different items, I guess, to help plan. One of them being the Best Hits on Route 66 book. And this was one of them. We also are using an app. Now I don't know if we can totally recommend the app yet. It's better than nothing, but it is a little bit glitchy and it doesn't always do the best at finding us. When it works really well and it's perfect. But when it doesn't, it can be a little bit frustrating.
It's the Route 66 navigation app, and we'll probably link it below. It's helpful because it does keep you on Route 66 really well. It would have been harder to do some of the things we did without it, but we just wish it worked a little bit better.
Yeah. And maybe they'll figure it out and it'll be the perfect app because it really does have the potential to be, but for us, it's a little glitchy here and there. But I guess that makes for some of the fun because what's a road trip without a couple wrong turns?
Yep.
So our handy dandy book said that from the top in the middle area, you can actually see the arch. So that's what we're coming up here to see. I don't know if you can see, but it is right over there. That is Illinois. That's Missouri. And somewhere out back there is the arch that we're heading into now.
So we're going to leave here, cross over into Missouri in Appa, and we're going to head into St. Louis to go see the Gateway Arch.
This is where the journey starts. Now it begins, now it begins. Now it begins, now it begins. This is gonna be a good day.
Oh, that was a big push. Our van does not like it. Oh, look, you can see the arch from here.
Yep, there it is.
Cool.
So we're still in Illinois because we haven't crossed the Mississippi River. So we're not to Missouri yet.
Getting closer.
Is the arch in St. Louis. Oh, we are now in, this is now state 19, Missouri, because we have crossed the Mississippi.
Woo!
So we've got a couple stickers to add to the map on the back and to check off on the list.
A short walk away from where we parked our van, we've come across the Gateway Arch. Now this is a monument dedicated to the westward expansion of the United States.
It is 630 feet tall, which makes it the tallest arch in the world, as well as Missouri's tallest building that you can go up, because you can actually go up to the top of this arch.
You can see just how massive this thing is by Mike's little body there. If you look at the very, very top, there's little windows, so you can actually take this kind of sketchy little elevator all the way up to the very top, and there's a little pedestrian lookout area. Mike and I did it the last time we were in St. Louis for a friend's wedding, and it's definitely a must-do, so we're gonna see if there's any availability in the morning to be able to take one, but they do sell out rather quickly, so hopefully we get lucky. No luck on the tickets to the elevator up to the top, but we got the next best thing, which is a ranger tour, which is happening in just 10 minutes, so we can say that we kind of planned that one perfectly.
Like always, the rangers are just full of a lot of great information. For a Route 66 stop, this one was really awesome. It's free to come up to the arch. The tours there are free. There's definitely some cool stuff to do, and if you have the opportunity, taking the tram up to the top of the arch is really something that's just totally amazing.
You can really spend as little or as much amount of time as you want here, and I think we spent the perfect amount for our Route 66 trip because we have to get back in our van and keep heading west.
Thank you.
My cow farmer's next!
We stopped at Drewes Frozen Custard, which is on Route 66, and we grabbed a couple of frozen custard orders. We got plain vanilla and one that is a
Route 66 inspired one. Now, you're supposed to be able to turn these upside down, but we were kind of standing out there in the heat, so they're a little soupy. I don't know if I trust it to do it.
I think the entire thing would be good, but it might drip from the top layer.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip that part.
It's really good, and it's really rich.
Vanilla's my favorite flavor, so.
So I think what they do is they actually use the vanilla as a base for the other flavors, and they're able to add different things to that vanilla.
It's almost like a pudding and ice cream together.
Yeah, it's definitely like a really, really rich flavor.
It's good though.
All right, so this one is root beer and malt. Okay.
I think it's supposed to taste like a root beer float.
Yeah, yep, I definitely taste it. Both of them are very good. And there was a huge list of flavor options. We went, I think, with kind of the classic vibe, but there was a lot of fun things that you could do here. We are here at Meramec Caverns. We are going to go in and try and do a cave tour. There's over a mile at least of caves that you can explore with a lot of really cool features. So we're gonna go see what that's all about.
Well, it's a hot day now. It's supposed to be a little over 60 degrees, so we're bringing some layers for when we get down there. But the sun sure is shining bright right now.
Oh baby, hold me like it's the last time.
We're getting into line now, but we're in the caves and you can already feel the temperature is way cooler and the humidity and that damp smell from being underground.
When I take you dancing and spin you around me, you pull my body in so tight. Yeah, babe, you read my mind and know what I like. I wake up, bless each day, thank God I found you. Something about you. There ain't never gonna be such a good, good girl that can love me all through the night, and that's what I like.
So we just finished up the cave tour. I'm not really sure how much you'll be able to see because it's probably super dark footage, but that was really a cool experience. The guide kind of narrates and does jokes along the way, but just to hear some of the history and the stories that have all happened within those caves is a very cool experience.
You get a little bit of the hokiness that's like kind of perfect for Route 66.
Overall, a very good tour, and I think a worthwhile stop along here.
It's not our last one here in Missouri though. We have a few more things to see while we're here, and we're making our way through the rest of the state on Route 66.
Yes, the next one I am very excited about because I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old.
I'm not gonna say it. You're gonna have to say it.
To Uranus.
Some should be getting them by the time he gets to the end.
Okay, well thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Those suckers are those suckers are nowhere to be found. So we stopped at the Wagon Wheel Motel because we read online that this was another place that you could possibly buy the passport, and they're all gone. They said that there's supposed to be another shipment coming in. I'm starting to believe that this is like a mean trick that they play on tourists just to get you to stop at all the places and be like, oh yeah, we saw passports here. I'm kidding, by the way. I know that they're real. I've seen other people have them.
Sometimes I can't believe my eyes.
Just a little bit down the road from the Wagon Wheel Motel, we stumbled upon the Route 66 rocker world famous chair. How could we pass that up? What I'm learning about myself most on this Route 66 trip is how susceptible I am to marketing schemes, because I love them all.
It's no wonder why I got my head in the clouds when I'm with you. I'm up so high.
Traffic jam on the expressway, but Route 66 is clear.
I wanna fly. You make me feel like I'm on top of the world.
There it is! Woo!
Oh my god.
It's kind of cool to see it all lit up.
Alright, what are these themes? We have spaceships, dinosaurs, Americana, a bus. What else do we have? Tattoos. Let's park down here at the end and we can always drive around and take a look at everything. Oh my goodness. This is sort of like a strip mall type setup. Looks like this is where we want to go. Down to the end at the fudge factory.
Welcome to Uranus!
Do you want M&M or plain chocolate?
What do you think?
I mean, you can't really go wrong with any type of fudge, especially from Uranus. Me too.
And now we are exploring the rest of Uranus. After we load it up on...
Before we do, I have to put on my t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie, this is the most attractive I've felt this whole trip. Shut up. This is the best place ever. Funny jokes and cats. He's like, yes, pet me, peasants.
He is the ruler of Uranus.
Even the cat's name is a pun.
Why? What is it?
His name is Johnson, and he lives in Uranus. So is that dinner?
Oh, no. So if you can believe it, this was not an original Route 66 stop. This actually came to be in 2000. This was not here back when the road was first founded. I think it's a must-do. It's got the neon, it has the fun, quirky humor, it's free to do, so yeah.
Behind us is the world's largest belt buckle.
They have everything in Uranus. We left Uranus behind us after we went over to the additional parking. They had another one of those Paul Bunyan giant statues, which we've seen a couple of on Route 66. But on the whole, I thought that was a lot of fun. I think it's definitely corny and a little bit lowbrow humor, but it was a really fun time.
Best part is we have fudge now from Uranus. So after we eat dinner, that's going to be our late night snack, which I'm very excited about. But now I think we're routing over to a Cracker Barrel. So we've come full circle today. We started at a Cracker Barrel and now we're gonna end at a Cracker Barrel. But if we get there in time, we're actually gonna eat there because we are starving. All we had was a peanut butter sandwich after our ice cream. So we've made it to the Cracker Barrel now. It was literally like a 2-minute drive away from Uranus, so not bad at all. But we actually made it here in time to go in. And even though there's lots of fantastic diners to all down Route 66, unfortunately, they're all closed at this point in time because it's 9 o'clock at night and Cracker Barrel's open for another hour, so might as well pay them patronage as we do use their parking lots quite often.
Yes. Yeah, we are big fans of Cracker Barrel. We're almost never here in time to actually go inside, so we're gonna go in, get a quick bite to eat, and then call it a night.
We finished up our meals at Cracker Barrel, and now we are parked behind the Cracker Barrel in the RV parking. Our van is in bed mode. We're getting ready to call it a night, but before we do that, we have to have our after dinner snack, which is fudge from Uranus. Our utensils are in the cupboard, which you can't actually have access to once it's in bed mode, and we didn't think that far ahead, so we're just gonna take a nibble.
We went with the basic chocolate. They had a bunch of flavor options there. Figured can't go wrong with a classic.
Good fudge. We'll take another bite, and then we'll brush our teeth. We'll put the rest in our refrigerator and get ready for bed. because tomorrow starts another day on Route 66. We will be finishing up Missouri, going through Kansas, and hopefully getting pretty far in Oklahoma.
We hope you're enjoying this journey down Route 66 as much as we are. If you haven't already and want to see more, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave us a comment, or if there's anything you want us to know. If you like the video, hit the like button. We are so excited to continue on Route 66 as we make our way towards the West Coast, and we'll see you in the next one.
Good night.